Allo and hello. Welcome all, и привет всем. This is the TL Open number 26, TL Open number 26, and we are in round of 16, game number 2 between TargA and NrGMihai. We have Mihai spawning at the 1 o'clock position right now. At the bottom left, we have TargA spawning at the 7 o'clock. TargA at the moment is our Zerg player, is up 1-0, but this is a really dangerous map for TVZ where Terran could just dominate with map control and tanks. It's really easy to cover this map. There's not I don't know, it's just dangerous for Zergs, I feel like, this map.
Yeah, I mean, we saw Demago do some really cool stuff where he just basically ignored the issues that you can have on this map and completely rolled over. I don't even remember who the Terran was, but it was rather good as well. And yeah, so, you know, definitely good Zerg players. Maybe if you're way better than your opponent, at least you can beat them. But this is definitely a hard map for Zerg against Terran.
These are like terrible replays for me in the future. It's just like how to lose to Zerg. That's all I could learn from these. Like how I could learn how to play as Zerg and like as a Terran player myself. Just like these are exact replays of how to lose to Zerg. This is just really painful watching the crushing blows.
Yeah, we'll have to follow a Terran player one of these tournaments, and hopefully he'll do well.
Yeah.
So far we've been following Zergs who have been crushing, but yeah, TargA is doing really well. That last game was very well played. He just did a really good timing to Mihai, keeping Mihai honest, and then not overcommitting, but just doing some damage, and ultimately it was worth it. I think this game we might see an early, possibly one base, react. Well, it'll probably be reactor Hellion, much like the last game.
Mm-hmm.
I would not be surprised. This is a great map for Hellions.
Да, видно сейчас это на верхней части we have NrGMihai, на левой нижней части у нас есть TargA, кто вперед 1-0, сейчас мы вторую игру, это лучшие 3 игр, если TargA выиграет, он это в четвертьфинал попадет. Смотрится, он бросил сейчас хач, это в натуральную базу, он просто оверлорд сейчас это выше пойдет, наверное, поставить здесь, посмотреть, если есть это 1 или 2 газа, или просто если что-то шустрое, он это Михай делает ли вот эту игру. Ну просто, я думаю, быть готов, это очень хорошая карта для Hellions. Туда-сюда ехать, это им очень легко вести везде тоже дропы, потому что здесь как места вот здесь, где не видно очень так хорошо. Look at that. Mihai actually положил это банкер вот здесь, и I think this is just a fake out. Я думаю, он просто хитро так положил специально, чтобы это...
Yeah, and he's gonna have to cancel that now because
чтобы TargA сделал это линк. Yeah, I think he just
one thing that's really worth pointing out is TargA actually sent his drone scout and was very obnoxious with it. He was preventing the reactor from going down, forced a marine before the reactor could go down, which didn't actually matter too much at this point. But in some games and in some situations, that's actually really smart. At this point, it didn't delay anything, though.
Yeah. Просто хитрость была, он просто банкер поставил, из-за этого TargA ему надо, конечно, было построить линкс, в всяком случае, для защиту. Мы сейчас смотрим Roach Warren, это как Роч, или как это по-русскому это называется, я забыл. Ну, это будет сейчас очень опасно, потому что Террин игрок рано коммент-центр делает, и тоже у него Hellion есть, и прямо что это контратака на Hellion, это Roaches. Значит, это очень будет опасно для Mihai. Это почти честно, как прошлая игра, опять я думаю. Да, совсем как прошлая игра. Like I was saying, it almost like kind of gets his last game feel, like exactly last game. He's throwing down a Roach Warren, getting some Roaches out.
Yeah, we see Blue Flame once again, so definitely looking exactly the same. I wonder if he'll cancel Blue Flame this time. Maybe he's just very well practiced with this build, and something strange just happened last game that threw him off.
Dude, I should get like a job for like GSL or something like that. I'll be like Dan the translator. So like John the translator, I'll be like Dan the translator. Oh no, poor Micro almost actually loses that Hellion.
The Hellion.
Poor Micro. Bunker does fortunately finish up, and yeah,
just barely. But I don't know if it will. Well, he'll take a little damage, but it'll force the Roaches back. And actually, I don't know if it's a good idea to unload there. He's being a little greedy. did not expect the rest of those roaches to show up and lost
Yeah.
another marine.
And this is hurting mining time for Mahai right now. He's pulling SCVs,
Yeah.
and it looks like
Yeah,
TargA's
he's not going to be able to mine from
TargA
this
high IQ. Here's some TargA high IQ plays, staying away from that bunker. Kind of got to be careful with the rally. Forces the lift. Now losing mining time.
I think that's almost enough roaches to potentially kill. Well, he's going to kill the Hellions instead, but good move because the SCVs were there to repair the bunker.
And actually,
But then he goes and targets the bunker.
Yeah, I don't understand this. He should definitely be attacking units.
Target the SCVs or the Hellions.
Yeah,
sure.
target something else. So they lost all those roaches. Poor play by Mahai.
I think
Looks like
this is an unusual variation of the last game's build. I think he's kind of made a little too many units, and it has paid off pretty well though. He is far ahead in the food count, and he has been able to drone up behind it just now. So.
And it looks like TargA is going to kind of stream into the main base. Going to be able to take out a couple SCVs. Takes another one out. Now these roaches are going to cause a little bit of havoc kind of in the main until the Marines do get there.
6 workers killed for the Zerg player, and that's huge.
He's still going, yeah.
Finally, Zerg is typically the one getting harassed, and at this point, the Zerg player has done a ton of damage and is droning up perfectly fine. So, actually, it's kind of interesting. Mihai has had trouble spending his money because of all this harassment. He's been, frustrated dealing with it, and I think we're gonna just keep seeing roaches rallied in, denying this expansion because there's really nothing from Mihai to deal with it yet. I mean,
сейчас это TargA отлично играет, потому что он просто бесконечно атакует агрессию. Это натуральная база, это Михай никак не может его КСМ, чтобы они шли в минералы. Трудно тоже, он не может концентрировать, настроить это или всего. Из-за этого он сейчас это бросает побольше Берексы, и я просто не понимаю, почему он Hellion больше. Надо сразу сейчас...
see a Marauder, which is a very good move to defend against these roaches, because he has so few units right now.
We do see a macro hatch going down in the natural TargA right now. His second base is up. He's actually creeping really well too. I don't like the. I mean, it's really nitpicky, but the fact that he hasn't creeped and connected his base between his natural and his main, it's like one of the things that like almost irritates me watching like a Zerg player. Just like, come on, just you get that advantage, take it. That way you could walk between your base.
Yeah, you don't always need to drop a creep tumor, but it's usually worth it. Sometimes you can just wait until you get lair and then have the Overlord spew creep, but against certain builds you're really going to want that creep between your bases to defend the pushes. I mean, some of those Hellion builds, it's very hard to hold if you don't have your Queens in good positions, and that's exactly why, Banshees, same reason, you need creep between your bases.
We do see some Hellions right here over by the Xel'Naga Tower, just kind of running around, keeping vision, keeping tabs on everything's going on, and meanwhile we see that TargA is looking to take his third down by the rocks. Yeah.
That is quite a massive creep spread. It's approaching the gold, kind of scary rate. I mean, it's going to potentially deny the gold base forever if Mihai doesn't get on that and stop the creep from spreading any further.
Still nothing compared to Seal. Have you seen NSHC Seal play? Oh my
His
god.
creep spread was very scary.
Oh
much,
my
much
god.
better than
Are you
mine.
kidding me? At this point of the game, it's already like up to like almost up to the natural of like where Mihai would be. It's just obnoxious how much he focuses and does actually a great job doing on that. Yeah, we do see right now the gold rocks are getting taken down, so that will definitely, Mihai will have to keep tabs on that. And he could take his third, could take the gold, could take a fifth base over here, could take a fifth base on the other side. TargA is just looking really solid right now. Mihai does have tanks out for himself.
Good micro from Mihai, just stopping the Lings, just killing a few Lings here and there without losing anything or taking any damage at all from on the Hellions. So.
And it looks like he's forming Banelings. Oh my god, Banelings and Roaches. Looks like this is going to be
a decent army. I think, this is a great map for...
it's going to be a strong
Roach.
push.
This is a great map for Roach Baneling attacks before there's a huge number of tanks. Because,
and he surrounds, loses actually a couple Hellions.
Oh, nice move.
Has to be
Very
careful,
nice
can't
move.
lose everything just yet, can't give it away. TargA should be ready for this, has 2 tanks.
I don't know, he doesn't have enough units to hold this, I think. Roach Baneling
goes down,
like this are very, very strong.
Tank is still up, he should actually be able to... Oh no, once these Banelings roll in, that's going to be GG for Mihai.
Good micro from Mihai, but he just doesn't have enough units, and the tanks all died, so Everything's about to die.
Yeah, he pulls SCVs. This actually should be able to hold. Oh, if he actually attacks with the SCVs, would have been able to hold. Now it's going to be a lot of trouble. He puts some hold position at the top of the ramp. We do see supply depots going down, and more banelings are forming. Oh my god. Just so much pressure by TargA. Really beautiful play. TargA очень красиво играет, очень агрессивно, у него очень хорошо мог все пробить. Бейнинг у него столько была, Рочес столько была, это просто Михай, он только назад, и он не мог это строить армию никакую. И сейчас видишь, это Рочес и Бейнингс просто во всю базу сейчас. Бейнингс как ударит вот эти все КСМ, и все, будет конца игра совсем. Честно
And
уже.
you'll notice the Zerg players put on pressure all game, and this is really one of the builds I like to do on this map. It's really hard to play a standard game, so you almost have to do some kind of cheesy, aggressive... this was a 2-base all-in. I mean, that's the exact kind of build you almost have to do on this map, because once the Terran gets the gold up and defends it with a lot of tanks, it's almost